What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another video. From being the king of skateboarding to owning skate park, it seems like Tony Hawk is really ticking all the boxes on his bucket list. Let's take a look at everything you need to know about Tony Hawk is building the Metaverse's biggest skate park. Number 5. Who is Tony Hawk? If you're a fan of skateboarding and don't know who Tony Hawk is, then we'd suggest you rethink your credibility of claiming to be a fan. Tony Hawk is one of the most legendary skateboarders alive, and he's never failed to amaze us. Well, regardless of whether or not you know who Tony Hawk is, let us take a look at how he became the legendary skateboarder that he is today before we dive into what his plans are for building the biggest skate park. Tony Hawk was born in 1968 in San Diego, and by the time he turned 9, Tony Hawk was given his first skateboard. Well, we suppose one of the reasons behind his incredible talent is the fact that he's been skateboarding for longer than we can imagine. Naturally, Tony Hawk went on to win multiple competitions, and by the time he turned 14, he received the status of a pro skateboarder. 2 years later, Tony Hawk was recognized as the best skateboarder, and there's no doubt that there was no stopping for him when it came to polishing his skateboarding skills. By the 1980s, Tony Hawk received star status as he was being approached by casting directors so he could be a part of movies. The first offer he received was of Police Academy 4, where Tony Hawk was supposed to be a body double, but he was later turned down because he didn't look like the original actor at all. However, he did get a part in Gleaming the Cube. Number 4. Downfall of his career. It wasn't soon after Tony Hawk got featured in the movie Gleaming the Cube that the skateboarding world saw a hit in its popularity. Naturally, everyone associated with skateboarding suffered, and many people, including Tony Hawk, were hit by this very severely. It was at this time that Tony encountered a financial turmoil and even went bankrupt for a while. However, owing to his love for skateboarding, Hawk wasn't going to let his beloved skateboarding die so easily. For this reason, he started his own skateboarding company in 1992 called Birdhouse Projects. The company didn't take off immediately, but by 1995, the company picked up steam. This was because Tony Hawk had just participated in the famous X Games, and this in turn won a lot of credibility and fame for his company. Hawk then went on to launch his own line of clothing for Hawk Clothing, which was aimed at children who liked skateboarding. However, Tony Hawk was determined to do something big, and by 1999, he was able to completely change the face of his company. He partnered with a company and launched his own series of skateboarding video games called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. There's even a character in the game that Tony has based on himself completely, but this wasn't the only big thing Tony Hawk did in 1999. He was able to finally achieve his 900-degree spin skateboarding stunt in the X Games, and this officially put him on the map as the most legendary skateboarder ever. However, Tony then called it quits and decided that it was the right time for him to end his career and resign from skateboarding. Number 3. The biggest skate park? Well, naturally, Tony Hawk's video games are a major part of his earnings, and even though he did resign from his career as a skateboarder, his love for the sport has convinced him to continue developing and investing in his video game franchise and in other video games as well. For this reason, Tony is now moving towards building the biggest skate park where people can design their own ramps, have the kind of competitions that they want, and are pretty much at the liberty of doing whatever they feel like. Number 2. Who did Tony Hawk partner with? Naturally, when you're doing something as massive as making the biggest skate park in the Metaverse, you'll obviously not theorize and execute this plan overnight. Similarly, Tony Hawk also did the same thing before making his final decision. After doing his research and exploring his possible options, Tony Hawk finally decided to partner with Sandbox for this. Tony Hawk, after pairing with Sandbox, was able to pull off a fantastic job, and together, the two have been successful in creating the largest skate park in the virtual world. A place where possibilities are endless, it's quite challenging to do something like making the biggest skate park and not getting overshadowed by anything else, but it seems like Tony Hawk has succeeded at what he wanted to do. Number 1. The world of NFTs. Alongside building the biggest skate park in the Metaverse, it seems like Tony Hawk is also investing his money in NFTs. Tony Hawk is the latest celebrity to enter the world of NFTs and crypto. The virtual skate park that Tony Hawk has decided to build is for an Ethereum-based platform. Hawk has been releasing his own autographs on the platform for a while now, and it seems like he is quite fond of NFTs. And this is all you guys need to know about how Tony Hawk is building the Metaverse's biggest skate park. Are you excited as we are to see his plans reach their execution stage? Let us know in the comments down below, and do be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye now.